Welcome to setting up your course in Sakai. This video will show you the essential steps to getting your course ready for a new term. What should I know about my course site? Course sites are automatically created each term regardless of the delivery format, such as online versus face-to-face, and is based on the registrar's information from a basic template with no content. This means standard tools and navigation, but no student materials. How do I get content? If there is a master online course, the content can be imported into a new course term. Instructors can request this import via a WLU Sakai help ticket. For instructors teaching a face-to-face or hybrid course without master content, they will need to build their own in the learning management system, or instructors can import a previous term's content themselves, or request an import via the help ticket system. To submit a ticket, visit the WLU Go page and select Sakai Help. What should I update first after an import? There are three key locations that students will access first in a new term: the overview page, Start Here, and the syllabus. It is important to update the instructor contact information on the overview page, since this is the first visual students will see when visiting a course for the first time. This includes instructor's name, email, phone, and/or office location. The Start Here page has a placeholder for instructors to formally introduce themselves to students, and including an image is a best practice to establish instructor presence, especially to a course fully online. Lastly, editing the syllabus section is key and an institutional requirement, regardless of course delivery format. All courses are required to have a syllabus hosted in Sakai. How do I release modules? This instructional content can be set to release to students automatically at specified times, typically Mondays at 8 a.m. This paces the content for students. To set a release time, instructors can hover their cursor over the module area on the course modules page. Clicking the pencil icon will bring up a window to select a date release. Repeating this process for each module will show italicized notes on the course module page. How do I set up gradebook categories? This is an optional setting that can be done before or after assignments, discussions, and tests and quizzes are published. To create categories, click the gradebook, then Settings, then Categories and Weights. Instructors can create categories such as assignments, discussions, etc. without weights. This will organize the gradebook by like items rather than by due date, as shown here on the screen. Beware that if categories are created, every gradebook item must be labeled with a category in order to calculate an overall grade. Uncategorized items will not factor in at all. How do I handle draft assignments? Imported assignments are in draft format. These are not published or accessible to students and are indicated by a red draft next to each title. Instructors will need to edit each assignment, set open and close dates, and send items to the gradebook category in order to publish. Be sure to also identify any Sakai rubrics that are applicable to each assignment. How do I handle draft discussions? Like assignments, discussions are also in draft format, not published or accessible to students, and are indicated by a red draft next to each discussion bucket. These buckets hold discussion topics, typically one or two assigned in each module. Instructors will need to click Forum Settings to edit bucket information and publish. Then instructors can set open and close dates for each individual discussion topic, similar to assignments. Discussions that are graded must have a gradebook entry created for them. They are not automatic like assignments and quizzes, and they will need to be categorized to calculate in a student's overall grade. How do I handle draft tests and quizzes? Like assignments and discussions, they are also in draft format, not published or accessible to students, and are indicated by a red draft next to each title. Instructors will need to edit each quiz setting, including open and close dates, and send scores to the gradebook and category if applicable to publish for student access. If a published quiz needs edited, redacting it will remove student access and is indicated by a red exclamation mark. After an instructor edits a redacted item, it will need to be republished for student access. What else should I check? It is important to run a maintenance check on each course at the beginning of every term to look for any highlighted template sections that may not have been edited. Rubrics for assignments and discussions may need to be attached to the tool and in the gradebook listing. Broken links to outside sources such as websites or other tools will need to be corrected. YouTube and other video hosting sites often change their viewer permissions, so instructors may need to find other content sources to replace these. When updating instructional content, instructors should also update the references included in each model, such as textbook or video sources. Lastly, extra or unused tools in the Sakai panel should be deleted to maintain a clean and efficient experience for students. As always, if you have any questions or feedback, please contact the WLU Office of eLearning or access the Sakai Help Guide by clicking the Help button in any existing course.